It's that time once again that we're going to be using an E6S5 maxed out character, and this time it is going to be the amazing ice damage character Jingliu, who even gives me chills, to be honest. So the Jingliu that I was able to get my hands on is of course maxed out E6S5, and honestly I am not disappointed with what I've seen so far. So just taking a look at their stats, they have 47 crit rate and 225 crit damage. Now honestly that threw me off just a little bit at first, but of course it's because that with Jingliu you do get extra crit rate from her talent, and in this case it's 52 because this person has it maxed out, which is really not bad. So that's like what, 90 225 once she's in that state. And her light cone honestly is insane. Like I feel like it's definitely one of the most incredible destruction light cones that we've gotten so far, and even though I was fortunate enough to get Dan Heng's, I wish I had this light cone, and I wish I had it at S5 like this person does. So what happens once you get it to S5? Well, the crit damage goes up to 32%, which is a lot to be adding to any character that uses this, and for each stack going up to 3 you get 24% increased damage on the next attack, which means 72% added on top of that. Once she has max stacks, that is insanely strong amounts of damage. They do have everything maxed out when it comes to the talents, so they are getting all the amounts of crit damage that is being added there, and the speed as well, which is actually really interesting to see. Of course, with Jingliu, she's a character that you want to be extremely fast, and seeing how much speed they're adding onto the talent tree goes to show you exactly how menacing she can be once you have her at her quickest. Now, unfortunately, because Jingliu did just come out not too long ago, I feel like the build that I'm looking at here, of course, isn't the best that you would see. You would honestly want 4-piece Hunter of Glacial Forest, but I think that this is probably still not bad, and I'm assuming they have some pretty good substats on them. Unfortunately, you can't look at those, but they're running her with 2-piece Messenger traversing Hackerspace, which increases her speed by 6%. Again, speed very good on her, and then 2-piece Musketeer, which of course, you know, universal, increases their attack by quite a bit, but they do have her best Planar Ornament set on her, which is Rudolin Arena, which of course gives you even more damage output once your crit rate reaches 70%. Now I wasn't actually sure if Jingliu's talent went towards Rudolin Arena because I know sometimes there can be issues with those actually corresponding together, but I'm pretty sure that once you're in that talent state and you have your crit rate buffed to, in this case, 90%, Rudolin Arena will be activated, meaning they are going to be doing a lot of damage with their basic attack and skill damage, and of course the lovely E6, which in this case, honestly, I just think that it looks so cool. I love what they did with this. E1, when using her ultimate or enhanced skill, her crit damage increases by 24%, and if it's only one enemy instead, the target will additionally be dealt ice damage equal to 100% of her attack. This is actually a really strong E1, and I think that she gets so much crit damage and crit rate from other areas, which is always nice to see for a DPS character. E2, after using her ultimate, it increases the damage of her next enhanced skill by 80%, so I guess it's good to pop your ult and then have your enhanced skill as a secondary. E4, during the spectral transmigration state, the attack gained from consuming allies HP is additionally increased by 90%. Wow, 90% of the total HP consumed. That's crazy. She's already getting a big buff when she pops her ult, but that is a lot to add on top of that. The cap for attack gained this way is also increases by an extra 30. Wow. And then finally E6, when she enters the spectral state, the stack limit increases by 1 and she obtains 1 stack. While she is in the state, her crit damage increases by an additional 50%. Are you kidding me? Something tells me that with the build that we see, all of these buffs are going to make it where she's almost at like 400 something crit damage, which means that once you have her at her max potential here, she's going to be insanely strong. So now that we see everything that she's going to be having on her, let's jump into seeing how she does. I should mention that I'm going to be using her with Pela because they have really good synergy, and because I'm fortunate enough to have E6 Pela, that means the E4 is going to help out with the ice resistance that is added. That's going to make it where Jingliu is shredding even more. I think going against the monkey would actually be a good showcase for her because she does have really decent ice single target damage as well, and he does have an ice resistance, which would actually be really cool. I'm a little jelly that I don't have Jingliu. And if any of you are wondering why I am not summoned for her, is because I'm waiting for Topaz, but I definitely think that she's an amazing character. I mean, just look at the animation alone. Already she's at 111 crit rate and 295 crit damage, and these are the boosts that she is getting, and honestly I haven't even used Brony on her yet. So I'm actually curious. Let's see how much this is going to do. Jeez, that was like an ult right there. Are you kidding me? 157,000 AoE damage just casually right there. Yeah, of course, you know, this guy resists a lot, but wow. Yeah. Oh my gosh, she just deleted his health bar. Are you kidding me? There's no way. And what's insane about her too is that she doesn't consume skill points when she's in this state. So like I can just attack right here. He's dead. He's just instantly dead within 2 attacks. Are you kidding me? I like that you can just start the battle with a freeze as well. I mean, of course, other characters can do that, but that is extremely good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just pop my ults. This time I actually have Bronya's ult. So we'll do this first to go ahead and get their defense down. And like I said, E4 Pela is probably the best support with Jingliu. Like they just have really good synergy together. I feel like this is going to one-shot, honestly. It did. Oh my gosh, that is insane. Like obviously I was setting up and talking, but the fact that you can just clear these bosses like that so quickly, that is insane. Of course there's other characters that can do things like that. I've showed in the past like Sela being able to do clears like that, but I don't have any ice characters on my account that can do that, so this is really fun to be able to use. I am curious how she'll do against Fantalia because obviously there's a lot of AoE here that is really helpful to be able to take care of, even though I don't have the weakness on this type. All right, let's see how much this will do to her. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. All right, just casually get rid of the whole health bar, I suppose. Because it doesn't consume skill points, you're really ahead of the game when it comes to that. Even her ult does so much though, but obviously the potential that it has, because then you're making your next attack do so much, is insane. Now this should kill everything that's here, right? Yeah, oh my gosh, she is an AoE monster. She just takes care of everything that is there, no problem. Even in Viper Lune, at least mine, it takes him at least a second to be able to do that. All right, so we can just pop down Hong here. And then in the next attack, yeah, she is dead. This has been crazy. Every rotation that I've used her for on this boss so far, she's pretty much just killed off instantly. I probably should have popped Pela there, but that's okay. Yeah, so her ult really does not do that much when you're not in that state, I've noticed. I wanted to see the comparison right there, and yeah, it honestly is better to just wait and save it. But the boss is almost dead anyway, and this is gonna kill. So wow, that was the easiest clear I have ever done on this boss. That was insanely easy. I didn't even have a healer, and she just made short work of that. Now all that's left is to see just how high her damage can go and her nuking potential. I'm interested in seeing just how much this is gonna do her E alone. With the buffs that I've given her, she has pretty much 100% crit rate, 357 crit damage. Bronya is boosting it up quite a bit as well, but Bronya sits at around like 200 crit damage on the build I have her right now. But with the other boosts that this Jingliu is getting, it's no surprise that it's that high. Of course, this is gonna one shot, but I'm assuming it's definitely gonna be over 1 mil for sure, and then maybe 2 mil later on. 1.3 mil, not bad. So of course, if I popped her ult, this should do a lot of damage, but then also it'll make her attack even stronger afterwards here. So now if I go ahead and give her a little bit of a boost here, and I'll even use Bronya one more time. Now when I pop her E, this should definitely do over 2 mil. There we go. It sure did. That was insanely broken. I knew that she was going to hit that hard, but I was still surprised just seeing the damage numbers go that high. I love Jingliu. So that's going to wrap up this video. I really had a lot of fun testing out this character at her max potential, especially because I don't actually have her on my account right now. She is incredibly broken, and I can't wait to hopefully get her in the future. But for now, I'm happy just having her as a support if I'm ever struggling or just feel like one-tapping any boss that's in the game. Yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this Jingliu build. What things would you change, and how does it differ from yours? I hope y'all enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.